I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Maybe I should just... Oh, there you are. I just got back to the height.
Found the things you dropped.
I was...
Only a little...
No more skulking, and all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid safe.
He never mentioned it, or...
Well, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless cooks. So I'd say you did us both a service. If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. You... Take a seat, Clive.
So you're really going through? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all...
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. Well,
Seems the hiding the Royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. Is making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send a Stolas in the morning, let her know you're coming. We go way back, and she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but... who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Goat. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports, sent him, and there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Anyway, if you reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little at... Anything catch your eye?
It's done. I've seen your face before.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think when I saw...
Well, how...
I would think...
Ha! Oh, That's a fine sword, Fred. Get him, lads. I want that blade.
Let's get this over with. I'll be keeping my...
There he is.
People will think twice about pushing it. No good cowards wouldn't have...
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had some...
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah? When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as the Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen.
I see.
Just as you did today.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you when...
Right, we've got work to do for a minute.
Oh, yours couldn't trouble you.
That depends.
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a prick. Man, must have been a bloody...
They're probably
You're probably... So. That'll tell...
So you're the new arrivals. You're...
Truly. I'm hungry.
Wait here. I'll fetch... I won't be long.
That'll be enough today. But how did the grocer know his... Can I have
I'll have 2 plates of...
Oh, my apology. Well, of them, well.
bread and wine. Hopefully this will be enough.
Sun's setting fast.
Master Quinton. I want... Wait, that if you... I suppose the smell's got 'em worked up. And little wonder, I tried chasing them off, and if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, you look like you can handle that plate. Please.
All right.
Don't tell me. Turnips for some.
Brother, did you...
Yeah.
May we? Such plenty.
Brother,
This place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know.
You're free now. And the next time you're...
Thank you.
That must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble. Looks like that was the last of them. I'd better let Quentin's man know.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing?
I'll go tan the
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
So, we're meeting in Northreach. But will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
But how did the grocer know his daughter?
Sun's setting fast.
Is it safe to ride to Northreach now?
together, too. They get that colour.
Saw it last time I was through the wall. Some giant beast. I heard tell. It's the work of an icon.
Might be she.
Are you gonna buy something or not?
Decent choice.
You there!
We've the right to confiscate any objects forbidden by the throne.
I simply can't decide. I'll just have to take them all.
And a chain of plum for the apple of your eye.
Keep your hands to yourself. No one will buy anything that's been sold.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabelle. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested, unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
You say these are all from Dalmacia?
The fruit's not getting any fresher.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why my new escort? The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Now get out of my sight.
That wasn't so.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement. As do you and I. Now, we can speak more at the vet.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a...
That's the day done then.
Hotter, you bleeding shit-a-bed bearer!
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something.
Think I might see you tonight?
And if anyone requests her company, tell...
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary.
Clive, my darling, welcome.
Thank you for seeing me through the...
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's...
You, mentioned... I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, Tattienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do. Oh. Proof of that, and hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that hand. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find any...
I should probably start here.
If the dame has given you her trust, then you have ours as well. No, you are always welcome here at the Vale.
You wear the dame's brooch.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues.
She's still missing. Oh, if only I'd comforted...
You saw her before she did?
The day before. She'd lost her comb. A gift from... It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tattienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother.
So she was upset?
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. Tattienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the...
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking, and you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later.
Did she...
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know it.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tattienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tattienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something, but the Dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
The Vale of late? Oh, don't tell me you've got...
Excuse me, you there? I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the Dame's? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the Dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Why not?
Marvelous. There are 3.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
And I suppose I'll need to get my coin purse.
That's the day done then.
One of them get on the side.
Sergeant's got it in for us. Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dame laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are. Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight. Now,
If that's what you want.
oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon. Stay down! All right. So you know one end of a blade from the other. Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? So it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? Not a bearer. Win the dame's favour anyway.
I know he went to hold my tongue for a start.
You got potential. I'll give you that. I'll be damned.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bullocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
The Emperor's finest, thrashed by a branded. The sergeant may be a surly bastard, but he...
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then, is it?
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavours. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Sanbreque society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom, a freedom I could sorely use.
Fine.
Oh, thank you. Here. What food I can... 3 bearers.
It's no wonder.
Tragic, true, but do not be discreet for both our sakes. And for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished...
You won't be staying?
I'm afraid not. I'm expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
That's the day done then. Drinks.
No one's allowed through the gate.
However do they get that colour?
There's nothing.
I have a delivery from Tattienne.
White. Times are hard. Sorry about the welcome. I meant nothing. Here.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest.
Each one is handcrafted from the...
I have no business with...
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Tattienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone. This is lighter than usual.
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your mother, had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clap payment.
Cigars.
Those...
What did you say was in these pies again?
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Tattienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice. That is no burden off my back. And this is for Tattienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customer. The guards find that, Tattienne likes it. Tell him there's more where that came from.
Of course. Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out. I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told... And you! If you...
It's not been half a moon since Bella was still.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own?
Looks like now's not the time. You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need. I daren't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him.
That's something at least.
Enough! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you.
Here.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
And wait.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I better head to the Vale.
That bastard!
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the Dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the Dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
Heard the bones fell favourite.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off!
Hold your tongue. He wears the Dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The Dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabelle know where I'm headed.
Falls there nigh on every night.
It's not been half a moon since Benedict at all. And they'd have us march again. That's what we signed up for.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tattienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
That's the day done then. Drinks in the Vale.
Oh, the markets are a veritable...
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full? If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabelle says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
I let her out of her pen while I did my... I think she's lost. Please can...
I can't promise I'll find...
She's big and she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost. Oh, she must...
In that case, let's not... That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her.
You, Brandon, here, now! You're late.
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him!
All right. Where is he?
My, I see they've sent me a branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go, and see that you kill the beast.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful. You work these fields?
A brand? Why should I help you?
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet.
Chloe, is it? Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the wing. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished.
The windmill.
Off with you now.
Up, the lot of you. There's still work to be done.
Chloe? Is that... someone napping on the job? I hope they don't mind. The crystals.
Chloe, I was calling...
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough, Chloe. Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a... You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until then.
Is that all she was to you?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't...
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl.
But Dad said...
They do. Parents that give them away. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it. Stay back. I'll deal with this. It's over.
No! You weren't supposed... Father will have you whipped for this! Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father...
The wolf's work, no doubt. Someone needs to put an end to this before it happens again. An Imperial watchtower. Should be well stocked.
Wait! You're not one of us! Don't let them get away! Stay down! It's over. Get him. Stay down.
I'll not fall to the waist.
Had another branded drop in the field yesterday.
You, Brandon, come here. How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the Branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sin...
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would...
You serve the dame. Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Father, he's scaring me.
You think to threaten us, Branded?
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another.
I'm wasting my time. I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. That much I can do it. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
All victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Though I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us?
Simple. Bearers still.
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, same with bearers. Fed on the realm's next two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn them here. For their help.
You don't have to.
Take it till then.
Had another branded drop in the field.
Are you Bertrand? The Dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks, and that's even with the Dame.
Understood.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
What's this? A branded? Where's your...
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the Dame.
What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. I stood firm.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound. But as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not to... be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
It smells of death here, Torgal. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer. closer to the village. Damn it all. Bodies. Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tattienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. You said her name was Tattienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tattienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I need to tell Isabelle. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tattienne by.
Weren't expecting any new branded until...
Ah,
Even engraved.
If it was...
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel.
Thank you, but I was on my way to see...
You found her then? I see. My dear Tattienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tattienne.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
I should go.
Before you do, the veil counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers, according to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen. It would appear that...
Not to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say but that couldn't possibly...
I will. Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door. Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sanbreque.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
And how might this old soul... Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. You wish to study the tomes? The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
All right. Anything catch your eye? Seen enough?
Take a
Do you
seat,
need any
Clive.
help,
I'll
Miss
fetch you
Molly?
a bowl of brown.
I don't know. You could rinse and chop these greens for the stew, I suppose.
Clive, was it?
I heard Otto bark.